Harnessing Divine Will. And the quote is from Paramahansa Yogananda. You sit still and let your imagination go as far as you can into the realm of your cherished dreams and goals. And if you can hold your mind to one pointed concentration on the image of what you want to achieve, it will be shown to you in a true life vision. Well, I have faith and fellowship that we are all intuitively co-creating together and creating love together. And I'm sending blessings to everyone here who's sharing spirit with us today, and a special blessing to those who are listening at home online. We feel and we embrace your energy. We are in the energy of Capricorn. Capricorn is the virtue of temperance. Capricorns are known to be ambitious, disciplined, and motivated. We have a few Capricorn angels in our midst today. And tomorrow is Yogananda's birthday, a blessed Capricorn who really graced this planet with his knowledge and his love. I am confident that each one of you here, or if you're participating online, have been touched by the energy of the Masters. And we are so grateful for their guidance toward reaching our life goals of co-creating with truthfulness and kindness. And I want to take a moment to say thank you to our musicians who work very hard all week to prepare what we received today, and our tech crew who have done an outstanding job of making sure that everything is properly recorded during the service and posted on YouTube every week. I'm going to read a quote from Sister Joan from her book entitled The Breath of the Soul, Reflections on Prayer. She's one of my favorite people to listen to what she has to say. She is a contemporary. She might be a nun, but I believe she's also a very strong feminist. And she says in that book, life is not meant to be a burden. Life is not a problem to be solved. It is a blessing to be celebrated. My topic today brought back a memory from my youth. And it really ties in to the topic today because I'm going to tell you about the time I had the moment where I realized my life was going to go in a different direction. My parents divorced when I was a teenager, and the church we had attended in Redwood City, California, did not bode well with divorces. The Assembly of God Church is known for its very strong fundamental views on marriage, and for the most part, we were shunned. But for some of their church members reached out in attempts to bring us back into the fold, and during one of these attempts, I attended a night service one Sunday evening. And after the preacher finished speaking, and I don't remember the name of that particular speaker, I only remember that it wasn't our usual minister, Pastor Scratch. It was a rousing, typical Pentecostal sermon, you know, the usual, be saved or go to hell. And as the sermon ended, the congregation was invited to go into the anteroom where chairs were situated for folks to kneel and pray. I joined the group and began to pray and looked around me to see many folks on their knees screaming at the top of their lungs, arms in the air, making quite the spectacle of themselves. This was a normal situation in the Assembly of God Church, just so you know. I leaned back on my legs to look at the room, and I heard this voice very clearly say to me, "Go to the closet to pray." It had a very profound effect on me that evening. That was one of my last visits to that church for services. On the flip side of experiences at the Assembly of God, I have a few memories that shaped my view of the charismatic movement. And that was Pastor Scratch and his partner, Sister Scratch, beautiful people. Pastor Scratch was a blessed man, full of spirit and love. When our family was being shunned, Sister Scratch reached out to us and maintained a relationship with my mother, even though we had left the church. So reviewing the inspiration for the week, when you sit still and let your imagination go as far as you can into the realm of your cherished dreams and goals, and if you can hold your mind to one pointed concentration on the image of what you want to achieve, it will be shown to you in true life vision. That night in the anteroom of the church began my true life search for spirit. Having been raised with fear of going to hell and hammered into me that I must be saved and born again in the blood of the Lamb, began to have less of an impact on me, and no impact at all once I read Autobiography of a Yogi. During reading that book, I had a profound experience of our beloved Master Babaji, and that changed my life forever. This, folks, is the difference between fear-based and goal-based spiritual belief. My life's goal, my true life's goal, is to complete all of the chores selected to experience and to learn from when planning to come into this life. Now, if enlightened happens to be on that list, then that would be a bonus. The personal experience shared with you today is part of that life's walk, and I'm grateful for that true life's vision. And whether or not I choose to be born again, or reincarnated, that is, into another life experience and return to this planet, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there and after I've had a long discussion with our Creator and my spirit guide. We'll see. Norm said during his 2005 New Year's talk, Jesus said, "Enter thy closet when you pray, when you meditate. Be alone and observe who you really are in meditation. Feel the anointment on the crown of the head like warm oil. The life and breath of God descends into us. Pray unceasingly for God to reveal himself to you. Open your heart as do so many others have to receive that breath of life, that unimaginable love." And I'm speaking for myself when I say that I have faith in spirit to start the day with meditation. For me, everything is AM, after meditation. Show love to yourself by making that connection with your Creator every single day. And as Yogananda said, I am immortal. Behind the wave of my mind is the ocean of cosmic consciousness. The movement of spirit to instill contemplative prayer throughout the world has roots. The following chant is from Thomas Merton, who was a Catholic monk. The whole purpose of the spiritual life is the recovery of our true self, the self that acts not from fear or illusion, but from love. As Christ grows in us, our lives become more open, more compassionate, and more free. And a chant from the Breath Prayer of Consent, gathered from Richard Rohr's weekly newsletter, taken from Thomas Merton's New Seeds of Contemplation. Take some time this week, perhaps at the beginning or end, to sit and take 3 slow breaths, and with each inhale, pray gently within. Christ, breathe your love into me. And with each exhale, pray gently, shape my heart in your compassion. In your daily contact with family, friends, and colleagues, be aware of your responses. Use love, integrity, and compassion to guide you throughout your day. And start with finding that place within you that will conduct interactions with love first. Then study what you're feeling. Dig deep within yourself. Set aside the ego and respond with kindness and love in your heart. And say to yourself, I am not a mortal being. I am not the body. I am a child of God. God, I am abundantly able to succeed in every effort I truthfully designate. When you're speaking, do so consciously. Words are energy that can affect you and those around you. Think before speaking. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it helpful? Are you speaking with integrity? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And a quote from Yogananda's book, Scientific Healing Affirmations. Sincere words or affirmations repeated understandingly, healingly, and willingly are sure to move the omnipresent cosmic vibratory source to render aid in your difficulty. Appeal to that power with infinite confidence. Cast away all doubt. Otherwise, the arrow of your attention will be deflected from its mark. And every day, in my daily walk of life, when associating with family, friends, and colleagues, I always look for that place in my heart center, and I balance with integrity, kindness, and love. So be aware of your conduct, conscious action, and without judgment, I know that's a hard one, have a positive attitude, resolve, and equanimity. And always be loving to your body, treat it kindly. And when you're beginning a meal, take a few moments to send a prayer of gratefulness. And I'm sending a special blessing to those who are providing the nutritious and delicious brunch that they prepared for us today. And then every day during the activities of daily living, whether you're working or at home, always be faithful to your body and remind yourself, I'm apart from the body. There is no heat, cold, or sickness that can touch me. I am free. Sister Joan advises that commitment is that quality of human nature that tells us not to count days or months or years, conversations or efforts, but to simply go on, going on. And always be loving and kind during times of recreation and association. Embrace the unknown with a loving, kind heart and during interactions. Freedom is the mastery of self-realization that knowing God I am is the God principle, and thus begin to ride our life stream home when we return to infinite in body, soul, and spirit. And every day I remind myself, all creatures, large and small, with a physical body or in spirit, have been gifted with the same amount of life spark. We are all equal in the eyes of the Creator. It's how we utilize that gift, that spark, our light, the flame contained within our breath, and that heart center that will determine the outcome. So every day I attempt to step forward with loving thoughts from the center of my heart. That's where my divine parents live. So they send loving energy throughout my ethereal self into Mother Gaia, and then I let it go back to the top of my head, the Spirit Divine. And as Norm always said, keep the top of your head open. So let's take a moment, prepare to go into meditation. If you're in a chair, check your posture. If you're in a meditation mat, make sure your spine is properly supported and your knees are below your hips. Take a moment to rid the lungs of extra carbon dioxide. I do it this way, a double breath. Then examine your breath and feel it starting at the base of your spine, breathing from to the front to the back of the spine, and expand the lungs into the rib cage and repeat this into your heart center. Let it hold for a few seconds and then slowly exhale. Then look for that space between your eyebrows, your third eye. Give it a little bit of energy. And envision the six-pointed star, and notice that the energy from the third eye connects to the energy at the base of our neck. And envision your DNA matrix flowing up and down the spine. Then connect that energy to the earth, grounding yourself. At this point, we are ready to enter into meditation. And as might often happen, if you find thoughts are distracting you, focus on your breath. That connection between your spirit and your soul, and pay attention to the sensation as it enters the nose, flowing into your spine, and envision a flame rising as the flow leaves your body. Adjust your chin, elongating the spine, preparing it for circulation, and envision a golden thread at the top of your head, pulling your spine erect. We will listen to a short talk by Norm, after which April is going to lead us into a gentle sound of bowls. And this talk is from the 2004 Sacred Geometry Retreat.
This evolution of consciousness is sitting on the threshold today for humanity to receive its salvation for this world, our planet, and all beings on it. It's the second coming of Christ. It is growing stronger and brighter for our world and for each one of us. What a wondrous thing it is to contemplate that we might meet our Creator face to face, right within us. Why did Jesus say, "The kingdom of heaven is within you"? He said it because he knew it was there. He was experiencing it. The whole creation opens up and reveals itself to us as we grow in the consciousness of Christ.
As we transition out of meditation, take a moment to notice how you are feeling. This is the joy that we feel when we are meditating in fellowship, experiencing the co-creating, elevating, and raising the energy level closer to the Creator, reminding us that we are all one. And Al will close the meditation with the flute. Thank you for joining us today in fellowship.
Inshallah, inshallah.